Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Great Day Houston. Did you spend another weekend stuck at home because you're having trouble walking? Even going from your bed to the sofa is painful, and it can be dangerous because of numbness, tingling, and pain in the feet. Neuropathy is a top reason for falls. That forces many people into a wheelchair and later amputations. If you've been told there's nothing you can do to stop it, you might want to see our first guest. I spoke with Dr. Bao Tai with the Advanced Nerve and Health Center, along with his patient Elizabeth Martinez. Life for her has gotten much better. Dr. Tai, I have to believe that almost every doctor wants their patient to get better. The problem is health is so vast, so wide, you really have to specialize in it. And when it comes to neuropathy, so many people are dealing with it. It's kind of like we haven't really figured things out. You set out to figure things out.
Yeah, no, you hit it on the head there. You know, neuropathy is a condition that really hasn't gained that much attention until now. And what we're finding out is that there's so many different causes of neuropathy that now it's becoming pretty hot, in the sense of if you have diabetes or gone through chemotherapy, or let's say you've had back surgery. Well, those are the common things that we know causes neuropathy. Well, what we're also finding out is stress, COVID, long-term use of blood pressure and cholesterol medications. All of these things disrupts the neural cells within these peripheral nerves at the end of your hands and your feet that control movement and feeling. And once these cells are disrupted, it actually starts to now deteriorate that nerve. It destroys that nerve slowly. And what you'll start to develop is numbness and tingling and burning and pain. And eventually what that leads to is muscle weakness, balance problems. And the next thing you find yourself is you can't walk. Let's say you go to the grocery store, you have to use the cart as a stability. You're either, you have to use a cane. If you want to go fishing, you can't do this. If you want to go to church, it's hard to kneel down in the pews. I mean, it starts to affect your life in so many different ways that it's destroying so many people's lives.
Yeah, and you mentioned a lot of those symptoms, and a lot of us are trained to just make the symptom go away, and I'll trick myself into thinking the problem goes away. As you just mentioned, It's progressive. It does not go away. And so what you wanted to do was to address the root cause and not just cover up the symptoms.
No, absolutely. Well, I saw my mom. My mom had health problems all growing up, and every single time we went to the doctor, it was just medications to cover the symptoms. So I have this inherent, empathy for people who have neuropathy, because I know what it does to you. I know what it does to the people around you. And so I set on this path of really finding better ways to deal with it and help patients. And the great thing is there are thousands of research publications about how to repair and regenerate nerves. It just took time and effort to put things together. And I'm so proud to say that we've helped so many people live their lives, go to church, go fishing, go on vacation, you name it. And that's all we live for now.
Yeah, and just get out of pain. And one of those people is Elizabeth. Yeah. Elizabeth, you are a retired teacher. You taught cosmetology. You're on your feet all day. What did you think was happening? And did you think it's just, hey, that just comes with, par for the course. That just comes with getting older?
I did. I thought that just being on my feet constantly. However, I was beginning to lose balance. And not only that, I was tripping, and I had no warning when it would happen. And so it basically was really affecting my balance in many ways. And my toes were beginning to feel like numb. And it was a constant tingling sensation that I had. And it was affecting my walk, and I was always so afraid that I wouldn't be able to control tripping or, my balance in so many ways.
Yeah, we hear that word neuropathy so much now that I think a lot of people dismiss it unless they're dealing with it themselves. You described some of the things that you were going through, but it really starts to get scary and shuts down your day-to-day life.
It does because, like Dr. Tai said, you go on these, I was one that I like to walk, and it was affecting me in many ways. And so I had to make so many different changes as well. And so diet, exercise, moving around. But of course, not being able to feel your toes made it kind of difficult to take those long walks.
Yeah. And again, the fear of falling. And we know a lot of people, when they fall, they break bones, and that's the beginning of a truly sedentary life. Your doctors had given you medications. They did not help. What was it? In fact, how did you find Dr. Tai and Advanced Nerve, and how did you find that experience?
I actually was watching one of your segments, and that's how I learned about Advanced Advanced Nerve and Health. And so I called and I made an appointment, consultation, and we started treatment right away. And I knew it was something that I needed to invest in. I mean, you know, we spend our finances in so many different directions, and I thought, I've got to invest in my health, and I want to get better, and I don't want to be at the point to where I cannot walk. And so thanks to your segment, that's how I found out about them. And I started treatment in February, and I have noticed a great deal of difference, especially with my balance. I haven't tripped, and so that's a good thing. And I'm beginning to feel the sensation in my toes again, and I'm able to sleep without so much constant, of the friction of your toes. They almost felt like they were plastic. And so I no longer feel that. And so I have been very adamant about all my treatments and seeing I have, met with Dr. Ty. And so.
And Dr. Ty,
I feel like here.
Basically what she's feeling is her nerves coming back to life. Some of those things that had kind of died off coming back to life. And what a lot of people really love about your program is that it's non-invasive. It's not the surgeries and meds. And it induces a thing called angiogenesis. Explain what that means.
Sure. So, like everything else in your body, if you cut your hand, it'll heal. Your nerves are meant to heal. It's just at a certain point in life, that whole process shuts down. And so all we're doing is using medical technology that I've discovered through research. And now how do we enhance the body's ability to repair the nerve and then also control the environment? And when you put all these pieces together, what you get is now success. You get feeling back, you'll get balance back, you'll get strength back, and not to say that we can help all, because we can. But for the most part, if we do the right things, you're going to be better off than you ever were before, or not doing anything at all.
Yeah, and like most issues, get in as early as you can. Don't put it off, because it only gets worse. The earlier you get in, the easier it is, I would imagine, for you to be able to address. Yeah. And Elizabeth, as I mentioned earlier, you're a retired cosmetology teacher, and I guess so, because you look beautiful this morning.
Oh, well, thank you.
All right, thank you too. Advanced Nerve and Health Center has a special offer for Great Day Houston viewers. The first 17 callers will receive a $37 consultation, including a diagnostic nerve test. This $347 value is just $37, but you must call now to make your appointment. The number is 832-626-1260. Again, that's 832-626-1260. You can also log on to nerveandhealth.com.